Welcome to Woke News of the Week. And I think the most interesting story this week in Ireland is that Molly Malone's tits are officially off the market. It's been a long tradition here in Dublin for tourists particularly to go up to the statue of Molly Malone, a buxom lady, and to squeeze her tits for good luck. The first issue I heard with this tradition was this English feminist talking about how it needs to be stopped.
She's just reduced to being a woman who is kind of harassed and touched inappropriately. So I'd love for that tradition to be reduced and hopefully stamped out.
Then I was passing by Molly Malone the other day and I saw this sign on the ground which said, "Groping is not good luck." All of the mainstream media are creaming themselves over the possibility of ending this tradition. So this thing is catching steam. I mean, the real fear in this, guys, is that these stags cannot be fucking stopped. And if you stop them groping Molly, they might start fingering the two old ladies outside of the Grand Social on Liffey Street. You know, those two old bitches gossiping. You know, you can tell that I'm kind of like, I think it's a little over the top. And my main reason for that is like, okay, Molly Malone is an inanimate fucking object. But I started thinking about the mannequin piss in Belgium. The mannequin piss is this statue of this little boy pissing into a fountain. And it's like, if it was considered good luck to wank him off, I'd be humming a different tune. So am I more anti-pedophilia than I am anti-misogyny? Yeah. So I need to check my bloody privilege. I think we should hand Molly's tits over to the feminists. Actually, the truth is we already have, guys. They have installed in Molly's tits electric shock reactors. They've also installed AI vocal recognition. So if you whisper into her ear in a nice way, "Molly, can I squeeze your tits?" consent is implied, and then the electric shock reactors are disengaged. But if you're one of these fucking perverts who doesn't agree with needing consent to touch an inanimate object appropriately, you're going to get a nasty burn. A lot of people will tell you that Ireland's record against the fun police is absolutely abysmal, and I think it is. When Fairy Tale in New York, one of our greatest ever songs, a song which was given to Shane MacGowan by God, was starting to be censored by liberals, all of the artists capitulated entirely. I remember seeing Imelda May at the Christmas Eve busk. Instead of, "You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy f***ing Merry Christmas, your arse, I thank God it's our last," she started saying, "You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap homosexual." And then when Shane MacGowan died at his funeral, for some reason they said f*** again. "You cheap lousy faggot." It's like, too little, too late. It's like in a great show of faith, betting on a horse after it's crossed the finish line. The guy's fucking dead. You gave away his best song. You censored it, like a communist, like a fascist. But I suppose Dublin is possessed by an ideology which needs to be obeyed. If you grope an inanimate object, yes, you might say nobody gets hurt. It's literally a block of shit. But it's a block of marble shaped like a woman. And people might start thinking that if you go around grabbing Molly, you might end up grabbing a real woman as well. You might end up giving Constance Markovich a rim job. Molly Malone was like a slag and a fish salesman. She was okay selling her body for money, so if we put a turnstile in front of her, it costs a tenner to go through, and then grope the tit and charge for the tenner and donate the proceeds to sexual violence against statues, then maybe that would be a good justification. Guys, the quality of these videos is going to go way up. I've rented a studio with big Moogs, and I'm going to have a green screen. So I'm not asking you to subscribe. I would never do that. It's embarrassing.